All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm Keith. Welcome to a brand new Talking and Grubbing live stream. How's everybody doing on this Sunday evening? Hope all y'all doing good. I'm doing good. And tonight, I'm here with my breakdown of Super Bowl 55. 1 week from tonight, the Kansas City Chiefs seek back-to-back titles while the Bucks seek their second Super Bowl title in franchise history. Also, for Tom Brady, his seventh Super Bowl ring. So that's going to be a very fun matchup to watch to see who walks away with the Vince Lombardi trophy. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later. Just letting people know on social media I'm live right now. Hey, Miss Shalana, how you doing? I'm doing good. Man, what's up with this spammer? What is this? Troll and spammer weekend last night? It was the trolls during the Lakers and Celtics live stream. Tonight we got the spammers. What? Hey, Miss Shalana, how you doing? I'm doing good. Sorry about that. Illy Gilly, what's up, man? How you doing? You said you got some cool shirts for sale. Thank you. Definitely hope you buy one soon. What's up, Max? I'm doing good. How you doing? Miss Shalane, you said I'm okay. That's good. So how's everybody's Sunday going? I know a lot of y'all don't want to think about starting the work week this week. I know I don't. So I know everybody's excited for this matchup. We get to see Brady and Mahomes do battle once again. And also, earlier this week, I took a poll on which narrative people would want to see from this Super Bowl. And overwhelmingly, 63% said that they would rather see the Chiefs go back-to-back. 29% said they'd rather see Brady win his 7th Super Bowl ring. And 8% said neither. All right, the spam's out of here. Michelin Illy Gilly, hello, how are you? Max, you doing okay? That's good. Illy Gilly, good, Michelin, thanks. What's up, Vince? How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing? What's up, Henry? I'm doing good. How you doing? All right, EC, we're all the way from Jamaica. All right. So you watch it early in the morning from Jamaica. All right. Shout out to Jamaica. Got Jamaica here in the building. Thanks for joining me. What's up, Jason? How you doing? I'm doing good. Yep. So a lot of y'all said y'all rather see the Chiefs win another Super Bowl than see Tom Brady get his 7th ring. Like I said 1 week from tonight, a champion will be crowned, and they will walk away with that coveted Vince Lombardi trophy as they do battle in Tampa. This is the first time ever where a team that's playing in the Super Bowl gets to play the game in their home field. And this is the first time the Bucks are going to play the Super Bowl on their home field, which is Raymond James Stadium. They're going to have at least about 7,000 fans for the Super Bowl. They're going to be vaccine, COVID tested. Jace, you said, I'm okay. I want to see the Chiefs win. Understandable. Now, also, before I get started, if you want to donate to this channel, there's 3 ways to do it. You can donate if you're watching on YouTube. You can donate via Super Chat while I'm live here tonight, or you can donate via Cash App, or PayPal. Here's the Cash App cash tag right there. $ talking in grubbing. And here's the PayPal email. That's at talkingandgrubbing at gmail.com. Any donation you can give, I greatly will appreciate it. You know, it helps me keep this channel going, and I'm going to be starting the membership soon. I'm getting the content together for that now. So once I get it started up, there's some, y'all already have some stuff that's already set and put in place. So I'm in the midst of working on content for the memberships now. And I know some of y'all been asking me about them. You know, I just don't want to start the memberships and there's no content there. You know, I want you to get something for your money. So that's why I haven't activated the memberships yet. But just be patient, y'all. It's going to start soon enough. Okay, Issy, you have Bucks for the win. Issy, I'm curious. Have you spent all your life over in Jamaica, or did you live in the States for a period of time? Here you said, I'm okay, Chiefs win. Well, you know, there's a certain Buccaneers fan who's a diehard Bucks fan. He's rooting against his team because of, you know, he doesn't like Tom Brady. So he's gonna be rooting for the Chiefs next weekend. You know, I joked with him recently on another live stream that if the Bucks win, he's gonna tear down the city because they didn't lose. If he's watching right now, I hope he's not watching right now. Because if I mention that day, that just gets his blood going. And I don't want him trying to find me. So he can kick my behind. What's going on, Miles? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. All right, now, before I get into this breakdown, now, y'all know next Sunday, I'm doing the Super Bowl live stream where all of y'all can connect with me face-to-face live. And tonight I'm taking suggestions on what food should I have for next Sunday. So anybody got suggestions about food, put it in the chat right now. I'm all open to suggestions. He said, no, I lived in Jamaica for 10 years, but I have been living in the UK, not the States. I'm 15, so now, yeah. Okay, so you just, all right. Where do you live at in the UK? Miles, you said I'm okay, Chiefs win. Okay, a lot of y'all going with the Chiefs right now. I'll give y'all my prediction close to the end of this live stream, who I think is going. But man, this Super Bowl has so many storylines. What's up? You should just surf and turf. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting for Super Bowl Sunday surf and turf. I keep that in mind. All right, Issy, you in London. Okay. Got a friend in London. Okay, Miles, you said Super Bowl Sunday pizza, any kind. So Miles, you just eat any kind of pizza on Super Bowl Sunday, huh? Okay, but the white suggestion of surf and turf, that's pretty interesting. Even though I like seafood, but I'm not the biggest seafood person in the world. Okay, that's another interesting one from Henry. Fried shrimp and fries. Even though I'm not really a big shrimp person, I really have to have an appetite for shrimp. But that's still a good suggestion. I'm more of a scampi's kind of person. I'm more into scampi's than shrimp. Not to say I wouldn't eat shrimp. I'm just more of a scampi's kind of person. I'm bigger on scampi's than shrimp. Miles, you say yes. So Miles just eats any kind of pizza on Super Bowl Sunday. Miles, I'm curious. What do you put on your pizza for the Super Bowl? I want to know all things you put on your pizza for Super Bowl, for the Super Bowl. Jason, you said good old wings and fries, okay? Jason, what's your favorite type of wings for a Super Bowl party? Well, for a Super Bowl party, or just just you by yourself on during the Super Bowl. What are your favorite type of wings? My favorite wings are barbecue and garlic parmesan. But man, so far y'all definitely coming up with some good suggestions. I've gotten pizza, wings, fries, seafood, surf and turf. All great suggestions. Okay, Miles, you said sausage, green peppers, and pepperoni. Okay, that's good. Green peppers are cool, but I'm more into mushrooms. I'm into more mushrooms. Jason, lemon pepper. All right. I like lemon pepper wings too. Lemon pepper wings are good. Definitely can get with that. Max, you said pot pie, huh? No, well, thank you for the suggestion, but I don't think I'll be doing a pot pie next week. Don't get me as much as I love Popeyes, not on Super Bowl Sunday. But right now, I'm gonna get into some of these vanilla wafers. I was at the store earlier, and I just saw these on the shelf. I had to have them. I haven't had these in a while. It's been a while since I had some good old vanilla wafers. I like chocolate and strawberry too, but definitely in the mood for these. Let me get these open first. Act like you don't want to open. You're gonna get the vanilla wafers you're gonna get over here tonight. Mitch said Italian sausage. That's an interesting one. Mr. Lane, you said Chinese food. I like Chinese food, Mr. Lane, but I'm not the biggest. I'm not just like, you know, I'm not like the biggest. I'm not like the biggest Chinese food fan in the world. What kind of when you get Chinese food, Mr. Lane? What kind of what kind of dishes do you get? Man, this doggone spam. I'm about sick of these. I'm about sick of this spammer. What kind of Chinese? What kind of food dishes you suggest, Miss Shalana? Don't say egg foo young. I'm not a big egg foo young person. Okay, you said beef and broccoli or orange chicken. Okay, those aren't bad. Like I said, it's been a while since I had Chinese food. I used to get egg rolls, either sweet and sour chicken or sweet sour pork with rice. Mr. Lane said, I don't eat egg foo young. Yeah, that look the egg foo young was nasty to me. I couldn't get into it. It was too nasty. What's up, John? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. John, I'm taking suggestions from everybody that's here in this stream tonight on what maybe I should have next week for the Super Bowl live stream. You got any suggestions, John? What's up, Alex? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining me. How's your Sunday going? And also, Alex, I'm taking suggestions on what maybe I should have for the Super Bowl next Sunday. So, feel free to make any suggestions. All right. About to get into this. Thank you, Latrice. I'm glad you like them. Thank you. Thank you so much. John, you said I'm okay. Get a supreme pizza from Pizza Hut and breadsticks. Yeah, I like Pizza Hut's breadsticks, especially with the marinara sauce. Man, this doggone spammer again. It's just as bad as the trolls. This must be troll and spammer weekend. Because for the last 2 days, I've been either getting the spammers or the trolls. Well, the trolls and the spammers. Last night it was the trolls. Tonight it's the spammers. Facebook need to do something about these spammers. All right. Now let's get into this Super Bowl 55 matchup. Now, as I said earlier, the Chiefs are going for back-to-back Super Bowl titles, while the Buccaneers are going for that second Super Bowl title in franchise history. It'll be their first since 2002, where they had John Gruden as the head coach, Hall of Famers in Derek Brooks, as well as Warren Sapp. They also had Mike Alstott and Keyshawn Johnson and John Lynch, another Hall of Famer who's now the GM of the San Francisco 49ers on that team. While the Chiefs are seeking their third Super Bowl championship, Andy Reid, for guys like Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, Chris Jones, Frank Clark, they'll be their second. Hey, Rick, how you doing? Thanks for joining me, man. It has been a while. What you been doing? Alex, you said I'm okay. Pork chop, corn on the cob, rice. That sounds good. Michelin John, hi, how are you? Michelin Alex, how are you? Okay. But all right, Rick, you going with the Bucks. Said Bucks win by 6, probably 34-28. Uh-oh. So it sounds like Rick is predicting maybe a game-winning drive or a Bucks win in overtime. Michelin and Rick, how are you? All right, now we have so many storylines here in this Super Bowl. Mahomes versus Brady. Mahomes trying to get his second Super Bowl title. Brady's trying to get his 7th of his career. You know, he's trying to win his first title without playing for the Patriots, without being coached by Bill Belichick. Bruce Arians, he's trying to get his first title as a head coach. You know, he has one as an offensive coordinator with the Steelers, excuse me. He was also offensive coordinator of the Colts. And he was the interim head coach while Chuck Pagano was being treated for cancer a few years ago. He finally got his shot with the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals. You know, they made to the NFC Championship game a few years ago, but came up short. Now he's back and he wants to win his first Super Bowl as a head coach. Rick, you said got involved with some other YouTube channels as a guest speaker periodically. Okay. Giant Chiefs all the way. Alex, you got the Bucks. All right. But man, this should be a great battle between these two teams. So let's get into the matchups. Let's start with the Chiefs. Now, we all know that it all starts and ends with Pat Mahomes, as well as that potent Chiefs offense that's not only anchored by him, but you also got the speedy Tyreek Hill. You got Travis Kelce, who I think is the best tight end in the NFL. Also, the running game has definitely made some noise here in the playoffs as Darrell Williams. He's definitely had some nice games in the playoffs. He had a big game against the Bills in the AFC Championship game. Also, they've been doing it with a banged up offensive line. You know, Eric Fisher, he's out for the Super Bowl as he injured his leg in the AFC Championship. Veteran Mitchell Schwartz, he's out for the rest of the season. In my opinion, I think he's about to retire after this year. No matter what happens in this Super Bowl, I think Mitchell Schwartz is going to retire. That's just my opinion. But also, the Chiefs' defense has definitely come up big for them in playoffs. You know, the defensive tackle, Chris Jones, he's had some big games. Also, Anthony Hitchens, as well as Frank Clark. And definitely can't forget about the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu at safety, who I think is really underrated. I don't think he gets his just due like he should. So, you know, the Chiefs' offense gets so much attention. A lot of people don't talk about their defense. Like I said, their defense has definitely came up big for them in the playoffs. What's up, man? How you doing? You not late. You right on time. Man, I'm taking suggestions on what should I have for the Super Bowl next week. If you got any, put them in the chat. Ricky said some folks consider me an authority on football. LOL. But and also the Chiefs definitely got a couple of sacks here in the playoffs, especially against Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game last week, and forced him into some bad turnovers, especially in that fourth quarter. Okay, Rick, you said Bucks have Vita, Jamil Dean, Marpet, Jensen back for this game. All we're missing the first game against the Chiefs. Okay. Thanks for the news, Rick. Matt, you said I am okay. Barbecue ribs, coleslaw, and fries. Okay. That sounds good. That sounds pretty interesting. I appreciate all y'all giving me y'all suggestions here tonight in this live stream. But now back to the Chiefs offense. You know, you got the young Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You got the veteran Le'Veon Bell. They both can have big games in the running game. You know, Edwards-Helaire, his season was slowed by injuries, but he was off to a promising start before that unfortunately happened. Le'Veon Bell, and also that's ironic that Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown are both in the Super Bowl without playing under big men. That's just ironic. Very ironic. Uh-oh. This spammer again. There we go. Got rid of that spammer. But everyone expected the Chiefs to be here. Now they're here. Now let's flip it over to the Buccaneers here. At first, during the season, especially in the later part of the season, people had their doubts about the Bucs. But the last few weeks of the regular season, they put it all together. They had some dominating wins, and they definitely have just caught fire here in the playoffs. You know, they won all 3 of their games on the road to get to this point. They won the wild card in, DC against the Washington football team. Then they finally got over the hump by knocking off their NFC South rival, the Saints. Then they went into Green Bay, knocked off Aaron Rodgers, who's most likely going to be MVP this year at Lambeau Field. So they're the first wild card since the Packers to get to the Super Bowl. Well, you know what? I take that back. It's the Giants, the 2011 Giants. Mac, you said the Chiefs will take it again. But I'll admit, I had my doubts about the Buccaneers during the season, but they definitely have come on strong in the playoffs. Now, Tom Brady, he's not putting up the numbers like he used to in New England due to the fact he's 43 now, but he's definitely been getting it done in the playoffs. He had a pretty good game against the football team. He did solid against the Saints, but he definitely had a pretty good game against the Packers in the NFC Championship game last week. Also, the receiving core of Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, they've definitely come alive in these playoffs. Also, who's been the unsung hero of these playoffs is the veteran tight end Cameron Brate. Now, a lot of people don't talk about him because he's not putting up the numbers like a Kelsey or a Kittle, but in these playoffs, Brate has come up with some big catches on some big plays. He scored a couple of touchdowns. So he's been the unsung hero, in my opinion, for this Bucs offense throughout this playoff run. Yep, that's true, Rick. Bucs beat the 4th seed, 2nd seed, and the 1st seed on the road. That's very true. That's very true. But yeah, a lot of people haven't talked about Cameron Brate as he's been an unsung hero. And also Scott Miller, the other wide receiver, he's been solid. Also, the O-line, they've played pretty good and done a good job of protecting Brady. But also the running game for the Bucs has definitely bode well for them in the playoffs. With the veteran Leonard Fournette, he's definitely had some really good games in the playoffs. He had a pretty nice game against the Packers in the NFC Championship. Also, Ronald Jones, he's been pretty solid in the in these playoffs for the Bucs. But also, the Bucs defense definitely has been underrated all year. It hasn't gotten the love that it should get. They definitely have a lot of talent on that defense. I like the linebacking core of Devin White, the veteran Jason Pierre-Paul. He's seeking his 2nd Super Bowl ring. Levante David, Shaquille Barrett. He's definitely had some big games in the playoffs. He definitely came up big for the Bucs against the Packers last week as he ended up getting that big sack, late in the 4th quarter to preserve the lead for the Bucs. Miss Shalane, you said a snack for the Super Bowl, caramel popcorn and white cheddar popcorn. I'm not a big caramel popcorn is okay, but I'm a bigger white cheddar fan myself. Okay. Also, you got the veteran defensive end, Ndamukong Suh. And definitely like the secondary of the Bucks, you know, the rookie safety, Antoine Winfield Jr. He should be back for this game. Also, definitely like the cornerbacks such as Sean Murphy Bunting. He's definitely come up big in the playoffs. Also, Jordan Whitehead. He's definitely had a nice game. Well, nice game here in the playoffs. Like I said, I definitely think this Bucks defense is very underrated. And it doesn't get its just due. And it definitely deserves its just due, especially after how they contained Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers in the divisional playoff game and in the NFC Championship game. And also, I've just been impressed with that, you know, that front seven of the Bucks, how they could just get pressure on the QB, also take them out of rhythm, and also they're always trying to get their hands on the ball to either bat it away, tip it up for a pick. I've definitely been impressed with this Bucks defense in these playoffs. Max, you said some of my friends are fans of the Bucks, but not Brady. Yeah, that's true. There are people out there like that. They're fans of the Bucks, but they're not fans of Tom Brady. Rick, you said Bucks defense created 8 turnovers in 3 playoff games, right? Most definitely. And they definitely got what? Correct me if I'm wrong. They got what, 3 turnovers against the Packers in the NFC Championship game? The Bucks getting 8 turnovers in the playoffs, that's pretty impressive. That is very impressive. You definitely got to tip your hat to this Bucks defense. But as we all know, the Chiefs, most of the games that they won all season, they won a lot of close games. And that definitely carried into the playoffs, as they had to hold off the Cleveland Browns to win the AFC divisional matchup, thanks to Chad Henne's now famous run on 3rd and 14. But then they dominated the Bills in the AFC Championship last week from start to finish, pretty much. Okay, Rick, you said yes, there was 3 that they did draw 3 turnovers against the Packers. You said yes, and 3 against the Saints and 2 against Washington. Oh yeah, they did draw 3 turnovers against the Saints, because they picked off Brees. They picked them off twice and they got a fumble. John, you said I'm looking forward to your live stream of the Super Bowl. Definitely can't wait to do that. And also, during the live stream. All of y'all can connect with me live, face to face next Sunday. So, this is about y'all. I can't wait to connect with y'all face to face. I'm usually talking to y'all in the chat, but this is the first time I'm going to have a chance to talk to you, hear your voice. Y'all been hearing my voice for a while. So now I get a chance to hear yours. Ricky say yes. But man, this is going to be a fun matchup. You got two great teams. You got one Hall of Fame quarterback on one side. You got a future Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Fame quarterback, on the other side. Yes, indeed, Vince. This Super Bowl is going to be a good game. This is definitely going to be a good game. But also, and I know how some of y'all out there feel about Tom Brady. I get that. But say if he's able to lead this Buccaneers team to a Super Bowl championship, to me, this would be the greatest accomplishment of his career. I know a lot of people are going to say that, maybe the one against the Falcons was his greatest accomplishments, or even the one against the Seahawks. But no, I think this would be the greatest accomplishment of Brady's career, because he would have proven that he could go to a different team and lead them to a championship. Also, he could prove that he could definitely take a not first-time head coach, He can also help a coach get his first ring, and also he proved, lost my train of thought, Also, Brady would be able to prove that he can definitely take a team like the Bucs, who were in the basement for the last few years, and make them champions. Let's keep it real. The Bucs have had horrible seasons for the last few years. They were similar to they were in a similar situation that the Browns were in. Michelin, you asked me, do you have to show your face? No, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. If you don't want to show your face when you connect live with me, you don't have to. Henry said, I agree about Brady. Definitely. Say, okay, if Brady is able to pull off this, lead this Bucs team to a Super Bowl title, it will be similar to what LeBron did for the Cavs in 2016. It would be in the spirit of that, what LeBron did, for the Cavs in 2016 by leading them to a championship and breaking that drought, breaking the drought for Cleveland. It would definitely be up there. That accomplishment. Well, Brady's accomplishment would definitely be up there with LeBron's accomplishment for the Cavs. Jason Adams, you said Brady will be the man if the Bucs win. Definitely. But I'm just saying, if he were to pull this off, it would be the biggest accomplishment of his career. Ricky said Bucs are the losingest franchise in pro sports history. Brady came in with no camp and no preseason and took them to the Super Bowl. Definitely. That's another thing. That's another reason why I say it would be the greatest accomplishment of his career if he were to lead the Bucs to a Super Bowl title, because he would have done it with no training camp, no preseason, and also, like I said, Rick, just like the Browns, the Bucs, they've been a losing franchise too. You know, they've had a lot of down years as well. So that would just be a great story right there, especially if, say, Brady were to retire after that. That would just be the perfect ending to a great career. That would be. And like I said, that would be, to me, the greatest accomplishment of his career, because he would have done it with a different team. And I mean, okay, yeah, the Patriots, they were trash before he got there. Yeah, they had a few winning seasons. They had been to a couple of Super Bowls, but let's keep it real. A lot of the other years outside of that were down years. But a lot of people felt that he couldn't win it without Belichick, you know, in that front office. But if he were to lead this team to a Super Bowl, oh, that would be the greatest accomplishment of his career. And he also would have done it with a younger crew for the most part. You know, Mike Evans is pretty young. Chris Godwin is young. I mean, yeah, you got some vets on here on this team, but excuse me, but there's a lot of young guys on this team, like Winfield, Waits, the old lineman. Miles, you asked, will this be Brady's last season? As far as I don't know yet. All I'm saying is, if he decided to retire after the Super Bowl and the Bucks win, I'm just saying that would just be a great ending to his career. Rick, you said Miles Brady is signed through the end of next season and wants to play 2 more seasons. Chris, you said it will be great if the Chiefs repeat. Yeah, because you haven't had back-to-back Super Bowl champions in a while, ever since the Patriots, ironically. But a lot of people going to look at the Chiefs. That's a young, you know, they got a young core, like with Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey, and all of them. A lot of people going to look like, hey, they got more opportunities to win more Super Bowls if they were to lose. It wouldn't be like, oh, it's a major disappointment if the Chiefs don't repeat. But Chris, you're just saying that because you're a Chiefs fan. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, but you know, you ride for your team, and I can't blame you for that. I can't blame you. But I do like seeing those type, but you know, that's just the fan. But the fan in me just likes seeing underdog stories happen in sports. You know, you need those underdog stories sometimes. You do. We can't always, I mean, okay, we can't always have Apollo Creed, you know, just winning and dominating all the time. And I love Apollo Creed. But sometimes you do need a Rocky to win sometimes. You need a Rocky to win every now and then. But Chris, I do want your take on why do you think it would be great if the Chiefs repeated? Alex, he said the Steelers and Dolphins and Packers have won Super Bowls back to back. Yeah, so did, and also Alex, I know that. I'm just saying that nobody has done it since the Patriots. You know, I'm just saying it's been a while. The Patriots were the last team to go back to back. Also, the 49ers went back to back. The Broncos went back to back. Rick, you said only other Chiefs fans can stand to be around obnoxious Chiefs fans. I'm not gonna paint all Chiefs fans like that. Do you got some Chiefs fans that are not obnoxious? Absolutely, but not all Chiefs fans are obnoxious. You know, when the Chiefs and the Browns played each other in the AFC divisional playoff game, a lot of the Chiefs fans I encountered on social media were cool. Yeah, you had the obnoxious ones, the arrogant ones, the cocky ones, but for the most part, most Chiefs fans were cool and respectful for the most part. And some of them, and a lot of them definitely gave the Browns their respect for, what they had done during the season, and also knew how good of a team they were. While some just dismissed the Browns as, oh, they just a bunch of scrubs. Chris, I know you a Chiefs fan, man. Like I said, you ride with your team. I'm not knocking you for that. I'm not knocking you for that. You ride with your team. I understand. You just ride with your team. And I know y'all Chiefs fans, y'all tired of hearing about Tom Brady. I understand that too. But I'm just saying, when you win 6 Super Bowls over 20-year span, you gonna demand that kind of talk and respect. Just like the Chiefs have demanded that type of talk and respect. And yeah, it would be good. It would be a good story if the Chiefs repeated too. But if they don't, if they were to lose, it wouldn't be the end of the world because, like I said, Chiefs, they still got a young core in Mahomes, Kelsey, Hill. All they would have to do is retool here and there. People look at the Chiefs, be like, well, they got multiple opportunities to win a bunch of Super Bowls. Shoot, look at the 49ers back in the 80s. Look at all the Hall of Famers that were on that team. Montana, Young, Rice, Lott. They didn't even win the Super Bowl every year. And can't forget about the late Bill Walsh. They didn't even win the Super Bowl every year. And that was a dynasty. Now, if the 49ers didn't win it all every year, with that talent, you would have thought they would have won it. You would have thought they would have won it all every year if you didn't know any better back then. Rick, you said Chiefs fans are the new aggravated Patriots fans. Oh man, Rick, you must be getting into it pretty heavy with some Chiefs fans on social media lately, or you must know some Chiefs fans yourself. Miss Chalet, you said Brady is a good QB. He should retire. I mean, yeah, it would be good, but it would be a great story for the Chiefs to repeat because everybody loves Mahomes. Everybody loves this, loves these players in this team. Mahomes, he's a very likable guy. Even though there's some things he said in the past I definitely didn't agree with. He defended let's just say he defended a certain somebody that didn't deserve to be defended. And if y'all don't know if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. But to me, they're similar to Golden State, to the Warriors. They are. The Chiefs are similar to the Warriors. They're like the Warriors in the NFL right now. They've been dominating a lot of people. They get a lot of love, especially from the media. And for all the Chiefs fans that's in here in the chat, I'm not saying it as a knock. I'm just saying it because that's true. But, to all the Chiefs fans, if they were to repeat, a lot of people are going to wonder, can they do the three-peat? Then that's when I think people are going to look at the Chiefs a little bit harder. I mean, people look at the Chiefs hard now and give them their props, but there hasn't really been any three-peats in the NFL. Okay, Rick, you said I know some Chiefs fans personally and on YouTube. So, Rick, what they've been saying to you about this Super Bowl matchup? Rick, you said Brady has more TDs and yards than 29 other starting QBs. Why retire? I mean, man, Tom is 43 years old. I mean, in the playoffs, he's done pretty good, but you can tell he's definitely losing a few steps. He's definitely losing a few steps, Rick. So he's got the numbers, and yeah, like I said, I give him a lot of props for, doing this pulling off this accomplishment by getting this Bucks team to a Super Bowl. And hey, it would be even a greater story if he could lead them to a Super Bowl championship. Miss Chalet, you said he is old. Miss Chalet just put it out there. He's old. He's a fossil. He needs to be in Jurassic Park somewhere. No, I'm playing. He needs to be in a nursing home in a rocking chair. Him and his wife. No, I'm just playing. But man, Rick, man, I know what you mean about some of those Chiefs fans. I ran across some of them too when they were playing the Browns in the AFC divisional playoff game. Rick, you said 2022 the Chiefs will be 198 million over the cap. Those weapons will be gone. Let's see how Mahomes looks then. Well, they did extend Kelce and Hill. What was it? Last year? Yeah, last year. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what moves the Chiefs make after this Super Bowl, no matter what's the outcome. That'll definitely be interesting to see what kind of moves they make. All right, I'm going to get into my keys of the game in a little bit. Now, Rick, just like this year, the Saints are 112 million over the cap right now. Wow. Michigan, the Browns should have won that game over the Chiefs. I agree. If they only could have stopped Chad Henne's old broken down behind. Shoot. With his non-running ass. Now all of a sudden he on 3rd 14. Now all of a sudden, he can run now. Now he's Lamar Jackson. Oh man. All of a sudden he wanted to be Lamar Jackson all of a sudden. Because I definitely think if the Browns get that stop on Chad Henne on that 3rd 14, no doubt I think the Browns would have put together a drive to win the game. But that's just my opinion, though. Ricky said, yes, they are extended, but you only have so much cap money. They can only spend a certain amount. That's true. Man, NFL is like the hardest cap space in sports. I mean, we complain about the NBA has their cap, but the NFL cap, boy, that's the hardest cap. At least with the NBA, they give you some flexibility by going over the luxury tax to re-sign your own players. You can't even do that in the NFL. And we all know the MLB, there is no salary cap whatsoever. Yeah, but Rick, man, don't let them Chiefs, man. Don't let. Well, Don't listen to the Chiefs fans that are haters. Like I said, I remember having to deal with some of them too. When the Chiefs and Browns, well, when the Chiefs and Browns faced off in that divisional playoff game. All right. So let me get into my matchups for both teams. What will it take for them to win the Super Bowl and hoist that Vince Lombardi trophy? Start with the Chiefs. On offense, of course, it all starts with Mahomes. He's definitely got to get rid of the ball quickly because this Bucs pass rush is aggressive and definitely loves to get pressure on the QB all game long. You know, players like Pierre-Paul, David, as well as Sue and White, they're definitely going to be in his grill all game. So he would he definitely quickly. And also definitely he's going to have to extend drives with his legs. But the Bucs defense, they did a pretty nice job of making sure that Rodgers did not extend plays with his legs in the NFC Championship. Rick, you said Chiefs fans don't get to me. I know enough to dispute them with facts. They don't like that. LOL. But you know what, Rick? Those Chiefs fans who act all obnoxious and cocky, most of them are bandwagon fans. They're not the true diehard fans. And I'm not saying diehard fans don't have that mindset either, but most of them are bandwagon jumpers. And also, you know, you going through that with the Chiefs fans is similar to me going through that with the Warrior fans when the Warriors and the Cavs used to play each other all the time, especially when it came to the finals. Even to this day, they are still bitter about 2016. And they can lie all day and say, oh, well, we 3-1. We won 3 against the Cavs. But they still in spite of winning 3 out of 4 against the Cavs, they still bring up 2016. Ricky said Mahomes would have to throw from the pocket. He has a very bad turf toe. Right. He definitely suffered that against the Browns. He said, yes, they are a bandwagon. Also, you know, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, they're definitely going to have to find a way to get past this Bucs secondary to get open. And they're definitely going to have to feature the running game like they've been doing these last few weeks in the playoffs. So somebody like Edwards-Helaire or Williams or even Bell, somebody's going to have to step up in the running game to keep drives going for the Chiefs. Because if the run game doesn't work, is not clicking, then that's definitely an advantage for the Bucks. And 9 times out of 10, that's definitely going to be some long, behind the chains, like second and long, third and long. Y'all excuse me for a moment. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. So, yeah, the Chiefs definitely got to get it going in the running game in order to extend drives. It can't just be all Mahomes, as great of a passer he is. You definitely need balance by extending it with the running game. In charge of cycle, what's up, man? How you doing? Said what's going on, QC in chat room. Super Bowl talk just a week away. Most definitely can't wait. Definitely can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Rick, you said, here's a fun Chiefs fact. Fans think Mahomes is their savior. Alex Smith had that team in the playoffs 4 straight years before Mahomes took over. Smith also blew out the Pats in New England. Yeah, that's where Tyreek Hill put himself on the map in that game. Something Mahomes never done. Intelligent Cycle at Rick. What's up, Rick? I see where you're going with it. You're not a Mahomes fan. Rick, you said Mahomes took over a built team. Yeah, you can definitely have that discussion. You can definitely have that discussion. Intelligent Cycle at Michelina, I'm cool. Rick, you said it Cycle, I don't hate Mahomes. Michelin Intelligent Cycle, LOL. Rick, you said I hate Mahomes fans. That's that he's the end all be all. Well, they think he's the end all be all. Okay. Intelligent Cycle, Rick, lots of great QBs have taken over built teams. Built teams, though. Yeah, but not too many. What's up, Blue Boat? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Intelligent Cycle, you said my thoughts on the Super Bowl. Here's how you counter a widespread receiving core like Tampa Bay. Well, like Tampa Bay, you blitz and disguise coverage. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Now, on the flip side for the Chiefs defense, okay, it's going to start with their front getting pressure on Tom Brady. You know, we all know Tom Brady is 43 years old. They're definitely going to test his vision and his quickness early, as they're definitely going to apply the pressure to him. You know, that's going to start with dudes like Chris Jones, Frank Clark, as well as Damian Wilson and Anthony Hitchens. They definitely got to get pressure on Brady very early and often, force him into, to throw his timing off. Also, definitely got to limit his vision of seeing the field, because when he has time, he can see the field, you know, see who's open down the field, see who's not open, knowing when to check down, when not to check down. So if they can limit Brady's vision, they definitely have a good chance of limiting what he wants to do offensively. Also, the secondary for the Chiefs, that's going to be anchored by Mathieu. They definitely got to contain Godwin and Evans, as you know, they've had some really good games here in the playoffs, but also they got to contain Brate. You know, they cannot take Brate lightly. Brate has stepped up here in these playoffs. He's had some big games, you know, some big catches, and even scored a few touchdowns. So, Rick, you said cycle. Brady took over a 5-13 team, won the SB his first year, won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. Okay, Blue Boat, you said this game is a toss-up. That's an interesting point. Rick, you said I'm not even a Brady fan. But the Chiefs defense, they definitely got to get that pressure on. Well, they definitely got to contain that wide receiving core in Godwin and Evans. They got to contain Brate. Also, they definitely got to contain the run against Fournette, which, you know, they have they're definitely not they haven't been good at stopping the run, but they've done a better job of it in the playoffs. But if you get Fournette, but if Fournette or Jones can start early, getting some big runs, then that can spell trouble for the Chiefs. So they definitely got to stop the run. Well, stop the Bucs running game. That running game has been pretty good in the playoffs. Seems like Fournette has definitely found new life with the Buccaneers after being let go by the Jaguars. So, yep, they definitely got to get pressure on Brady. They got to contain the wide receivers. Also, they got to force Brady into some turnovers as well, because the more turnovers the Chiefs can get, the more they can give it back to Mahomes in this Chiefs offense. All right, I'm about to get into the keys for the Bucs in a minute and give my prediction. And tell the psycho at Rick, that wasn't implying towards Brady. He's one anomaly. I'm saying throughout history, there are good QBs who have taken franchises to new heights. That's true. There's been it's worked in a lot of ways. There have been QBs who've taken over, built teams. There have also been QBs who taken over bad teams and turned them into champions. Excuse me. Like, okay, Tom Brady, the Patriots, let's keep it real. Before he got there, the Patriots sucked. He came in and took over, bam, they became a dynasty. Now, on the flip side, you know, you had somebody like, well, yeah, you could on the flip side, you definitely had Mahomes, who, basically the team was already built, with Kelsey, with Hill. He came in, hey, they won a Super Bowl. They're back in this position again. So it can work both ways. Like, same with Ben Roethlisberger. He took over a built team already. They had talent like Jerome Bettis. They had a great defense. And, he ended up leading them to 2 Super Bowl titles. On the flip side, you had somebody like, say, Elway. The Broncos, they have been more above average at best. Even though it took them a while, they finally got over the hump. Similar to Russell Wilson. The Seahawks, they had their lean years after the Mike Holmgren, Hasselbeck, Sean Alexander era. He comes in, well, they already had a starting QB, but once Russell Wilson took over, he took the Seahawks to another level. They won a Super Bowl. They got to another. They should have won that one if it wasn't for Pete Carroll's dumb play calling. But look how Russell Wilson's turned around that team. So it doesn't matter how, it came about. It just, all that matters is the results at the end of the day. Rick, you said, I like to see Mahomes on the Jets or Jags. Let's see how he looks there. LOL. Man, even a third string QB wouldn't look good on those teams. All right, I got to step away for a moment. Once again, good people, I'll be right back. Give my keys to the game for the Bucks as well as my prediction. Y'all don't go away. All right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that. Had to step away for a minute. Get some aqua, aka, well, better known as water. All right, there we go. Okay, let's get down. Let me give you my keys to the game for the Buccaneers. On offense, of course, it's gonna start with the man, well, with the Hall of Famer, Tom Brady. Now, he's definitely got to get rid of the ball quickly. Also, that O-line definitely has to protect him and give him some time so he could definitely see the field to see who's open, who's not open, when to check down, when not to check down. Also, the more time he has in the pocket, the more time he has to see the field, and the more time he has to throw. So they definitely got to build a wall on for Brady to excuse me, to give him his protection. Also, they cannot allow any penetration from that Chiefs defense, especially by Jones, who's been a big disruptor in these playoffs for that Chiefs defense. Also, Godwin and Evans, they definitely got to step up and make those catches. They got to get open. They definitely got to find a way to, get around that secondary with Mathieu and Breeland. Also, the running game has to keep doing what it's been doing. So Leonard Fournette's definitely got to have needs to have at least a pretty good game on the ground. I'm not saying he has to have a major game, but he's definitely got to have a pretty good game on the ground against this Chiefs defense, who definitely have had their issues with stopping the run. Also, Ronald Jones definitely definitely needs to contribute as well. Now on the flip side for the Bucks defense, they definitely have to get pressure on Mahomes early and often. They got to do the similar thing they did to Aaron Rodgers last week. Keep him in the pocket. Also, they cannot allow him to make plays with his legs. That was another key factor in the Bucks' success against the Packers in the NFC Championship. They really didn't allow Aaron Rodgers too many plays with his legs. They kept him in the pocket and they kept him in front of him. The same thing they got to do with Mahomes. They got to keep Mahomes in front of him. He's crafty, he's elusive. Also, when he can extend plays with his legs, but he's definitely got turf toe right now. Excuse me. So you definitely want to take advantage of, that injury. And like I said, you definitely want to keep him limited because once he gets out of that pocket, he can definitely extend plays and even make plays. So you definitely don't want that to happen. You got to get some sacks. Also, you definitely got to get some turnovers on the Chiefs, because when you do that, you give Brady and this Bucks offense more opportunities to score. What's up, cuz? How you doing? Ricky said Bucks need to convert third downs and stop the Chiefs on third down. Those are the keys. You also said I like to see. Oh, we already did that. Yeah, that's another point I was about to get to. They definitely got to stop the Chiefs on third down. They're one of, if not the best third down team in the NFL as far as conversions. And also the Bucks on the other side, they got to convert on third down to keep drives going. So they definitely need to find a way to get this KC offense into some third and longs. Also, they got to be careful with the crossing routes as well with Hill and Kelsey. So the Chiefs secondary, the Bucks secondary, they definitely got to stay stride for stride with Tyreek Hill, as we all know how fast as he is. Also, the safeties definitely have to stay home on Kelsey. I'm good, cuz. How you been? But definitely have to. So that's going to be Winfield's job. Is also going to be Whitehead's job to stay on Kelsey. They definitely cannot let Kelsey get ahead of him because that man, not only is he big, he's fast. And once you have Kelsey, Kelsey's behind you. There's nothing you can do. He's gonna make your life miserable. Also, they gotta contain the Chiefs' running game. As you know, Williams, he's definitely had some pretty nice games here in the playoffs. So they definitely got to contain him. He's definitely going to be somebody they have to deal with. Because if you cannot contain him, then that definitely bodes well for the Chiefs offense. Said good staying out the way, working like crazy. That's good, man. That's good. Also, another person I'm going to be looking at is Shaquille Barrett. Now, he's definitely had some nice games here in the playoffs, especially in the NFC Championship, where he definitely got pressure on Aaron Rodgers, forced him into some sack and got some sack. Well, a couple of sacks, excuse me. So he's definitely going to have to step up here in this game even more against Mahomes. You know, he's definitely going, in my opinion, he's definitely going to be that fifth man on that front, on that defense, well, on that front four for the Buccaneers. If Barrett can definitely make his presence felt here in this Super Bowl, then that definitely bodes well for the Buccaneers. And also, that would definitely help the Bucs offense out as well. Ricky said, I can tell you the Bucs defensive scheme to stop the Chiefs. Don't know if the Bucs will do it, but it will work. All right. There we go. All right, now it's time for my prediction. You know, I definitely seen a lot of y'all predictions here in the chat. As earlier in this live stream, a lot of you, few of you have the Bucks, but most of y'all going with the Chiefs. Same as the poll on my community board. Well, on the community board on YouTube, a lot of you went with the Chiefs. Well, no, not a lot of you. It's 50-50 right now. So right now it's 50. Well, according to my poll in the community section of YouTube, y'all 50-50 on this game. Well, like I said, here's my prediction. Now, you know, I definitely examined the matchups and thought long and hard about this. This is going to be a great game. I think this game has classic written all over it. This is going to be one of the games that we remember for a long time. It's definitely going to be a close game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. You know, in my opinion, whoever wins this game and comes out as a Super Bowl champion they're basically going to be more of a survivor than a winner, in my opinion. Rick, you said put Dean on Watkins one-on-one. Dean runs a 4.31. That's impressive. Put Davis on Hill with Whitehead at safety. Help over the top. Put David on Kelsey. Let Whitfield roam in the secondary. That's an interesting point. And also, let me go back to intelligence cycle point that he made earlier. Let me find his comment. Wait a minute, I went too far. Okay, here it goes. This was his thoughts. He said, oh, this is for the Chiefs. Chiefs defense, excuse me. Just blitz and disguise coverages. That's a good point. But this is going to be a hard-fought game. Yeah, I think it's going to go down to the wire. You know, I definitely think this is not going to be a blowout. Now, we all know the Chiefs have a dynamic offense. They have a real good defense. It's not all world. It's not going to wow you or blow you away, but they definitely got some talent, and they definitely come up big here in these playoff games. You know, getting pressure on the quarterback, getting some turnovers. Now, on the flip side, the Bucks, they have a good offense. It may not be dynamic like the Chiefs, but it's definitely talented. You know, you got a GOAT at QB and Tom Brady. You got some young receivers in Godwin and Evans who are definitely going to get more shine now thanks to this postseason run. You know, Fournette, he's definitely came on strong these last few weeks, especially in the playoffs. But I really like the way this Bucks defense has just been playing. You know, with David, Pierre-Paul, Barrett, excuse me, also, as well as Whitfield Jr. I just definitely like this Bucks defense better, and I definitely think that they have the tools, what it takes to contain this Chiefs offense. Now, of course, in the coaching, as far as the coaching, of course, Andy Reid's going to have that advantage. He's had more experience, in these type of games than Bruce Arians. This is Bruce Arians' first Super Bowl as a head coach. Last time he went, he was the offensive coordinator for the Steelers. But now he finally has his chance to make his stamp as make his mark as a head coach. And also, I gotta make a correction. Bruce Arians won 2 Super Bowls as the offensive coordinator of for the Steelers. That was with Bill Cowher and Mike Tomlin. So my apologies on that. But this game's gonna come down to the wire. But I'm actually going with the Bucks to pull off the upset. Now, to me, I don't think it would be an upset if they pulled this off because they're a real good team too. I know y'all might find this crazy, whether you're watching this now live or watching this in the replay, but I definitely like the way the Bucks have been playing throughout these playoffs. They're the hottest team here. They're the hottest team in this Super Bowl. They've been battle tested. Hey, they had to win 3 straight road games to even get to this point, so they can even finally technically get a home game. And I just like the way their defense has been playing. They definitely did a great job of containing 2 future Hall of Fame quarterbacks in Breeze and Rodgers. So I definitely think they're going to ride this momentum to the Lombardi Trophy. So I'm going with the Bucks here in a close game. Intelligence Cycle, you said, I'm going to tell you how the Chiefs offense will try to restructure their offense to make from O-line trouble. They're going to run, hurry up, and do some HB counters to slow down the pass rush. Reed will dial up a PA. John, you said, okay, QC. Hurry up. Okay, Intelligence Cycle, you said, hurry up, play action on the sidelines. Interesting point. Yeah, but I know y'all think I'm crazy for making that prediction, but I just like how the way this Bucks team has been playing throughout the playoffs. Not knocking the Chiefs, but it's just something about this team. Well, it's just something about this team that they just have a determination. It's like they won't be denied no matter who they're playing. Because they were heavy underdog. Well, I think they were favorites against Washington, but against the Saints and Packers, they were huge underdogs. Vince, you said QC, that is your choice. You know, a lot of people didn't give them a shot against those teams. And hey, they went in there and just played ball. I mean, to me, well, the Chiefs, they've been good. They definitely played great throughout these playoffs, but the Bucks, to me, they're playing the best ball of the playoffs. They are. And hey, as we all know in football, once you get hot, anything can happen. So definitely like the way this Bucks team has been playing. They've been playing with a focus, with a swag, and they don't matter. And it doesn't matter who they're playing. They are not going to back down from anybody, and they're not going to play afraid. And like I said, this Bucks team, they're hot right now. And, you know, after watching them against the Saints and the Packers, they definitely won me over. So that's why I'm picking the Bucks to win this Super Bowl. Intelligent Cycle, you said Chiefs 34-31. Very close game. We'll expect determination from both squads. I'm not saying the Chiefs are determined, but Intelligent Cycle, let's keep it real. Everybody and their mama expected the Chiefs to be here in the Super Bowl. Okay? Let's keep it real. Nobody expected the Bucks to be here, especially with, you know, a 43-year-old Tom Brady, you know, Arians and his staff not having an off season in the middle of a pandemic, no OTAs, limited training camp. Nobody expected them to be in this position. Everybody expected the Chiefs to be here. And everybody thought the Chiefs would just run through everybody and, you know, just repeat as champions. But yeah, I agree. There's going to be determination from both teams. But I think, how can I put it? I think the Bucks have that more of that extra determination because they were written off by so many people. So I definitely think that they definitely very determined to prove a lot of people wrong. Because let's keep it real, everybody's already engraving the Lombardi for the Chiefs. But I just like their defense a lot better than the Chiefs. Not to say the Chiefs' defense ain't good. I just like the way Tampa's defense plays. Rick, you said Bucks have the number 2 run defense and the number 7 pass defense. Bucks will be fine. Okay, you sticking to your original prediction, 34-28. Alex, you said it will be a close game. Intelligent Cycle, you said, but I will say the Bucks have the number 2 run defense and top sack leader, 69 straight games with a sack or more. Only trailing them is the Steelers and the Colts. Yeah, definitely. But definitely think the Bucks will pull off the upset. And Tom Brady will get his 7th Super Bowl ring. Now, I'm not saying he may win MVP, but who knows? Who knows? And also, this Bucks team is similar to me. Is similar to the 2010 Packers. They are definitely similar to the 2010 Packers. You know, the Packers, they went 10-6. They were Matter of fact, they were the 5th seed like the Bucks are here. You know, they won all their road games, got to the Super Bowl, and ended up knocking off the Steelers. That's who this Bucks team reminds me of. Rick, you said Bucks also forced the second most turnovers in the NFL this year. That's true too. A lot of people forget that their defense were number 2 in turnover and forced turnovers. Excuse me. So they definitely can draw turnovers on this Chiefs offense. I mean, we've seen them get 3 turnovers apiece against the Saints and the Packers. They got 2 over Washington. So the Bucks can definitely force turnovers. But yeah, I definitely like the way the Bucks have been playing through these playoffs. So I definitely think they're going to continue that momentum and win their second Super Bowl title in franchise history. All right, y'all, excuse me for a moment once again. I'll be right back. Don't go away. All right, I'm back, everybody. Okay, let me catch up on y'all comments. Rick, you said scary thing is the Bucks will have the same roster next year, but with another year together, training camp and preseason. Intelligent Cycle, you said not mad at all about the choice. Hopefully it's a clean, fair game, less penalties, and doesn't come down to the outlandish call. Definitely. Rick, you said Psycho refs always have their hands in it. LOL. But man, oh man, I cannot wait until this game starts next Sunday. Now, next Sunday, I will be doing the Super Bowl 55 live stream at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central Time, also 2 o'clock Pacific Time. So make sure all y'all join me. Can't wait. Also, y'all get to connect with me live, face to face. While being on the live stream, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. I've always wanted to have all y'all connect with me. Now, finally, this is y'all chance. I decided this was the perfect time to do it. So can't wait to connect with all y'all face to face live next week to hear y'all voices. It's gonna be fun. And we definitely gonna have a great game here. As you definitely got two really good teams battling it out, well-coached teams, two Hall of Fame worthy QBs, as well as their dynamic weapons on both sides of the ball. And I cannot wait until this game kicks off and we finally see who will be a Super Bowl champion. Will KC get their third Super Bowl title? Will the Bucks win their second Super Bowl title? Will the Chiefs go back-to-back by Mahomes getting his second ring? Or will Tom Brady get his seventh Super Bowl ring and walk off into the sunset? A lot of questions, a lot of questions to be answered. Got a lot of great storylines. This is one of the best Super Bowl matchups we've seen in quite a while, and definitely can't wait to see it all unfold next Sunday around 6 o'clock down in Tampa. Yes, indeed. Now, also, about a few weeks ago, now we all know the another thing that makes Super Bowl Sunday is the commercials. Now, I was just curious about something. About, how much it would cost for a Super Bowl ad. Now, for this Super Bowl next week, the average price for, let me find the price for the Super Bowl commercial. How much advertisers are charging? All right. Now, the average cost for a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl is going to be $5.5 million. Now, I was just curious on how much previous Super Bowls cost. So I went all the way back to, let me check which Super Bowl was that, just to be sure. I went all the way back and researched the average cost for a commercial during Super Bowl 19, which was the 84 Super Bowl. Back then, the average cost of a 30-second spot during Super Bowl 19 was only $525,000. And now, with this Super Bowl coming up next weekend, companies are going to spend $5.5 million for one 30-second ad during the Super Bowl. That's just something I just found interesting. So, like I said, also what makes the Super Bowl are the commercials. So I want to know, what are y'all favorite Super Bowl commercials? Let me know in the chat. Like one of my favorite Super Bowl commercials was, the Budweiser "Was Up" "Was Up" commercial. That was one of my favorite commercials. Swing on these lights, people. Also, like the NFL 100 commercial from a couple of years ago. And also, my favorite commercial back in the day was the Diet Pepsi commercial with Cindy Crawford. Well, no, it was just Pepsi. My mistake. Rick, you said my favorite Super Bowl commercial was the Budweiser Clydesdale kneeling in respect of the Twin Towers. It only aired one time. Actually, well, I'm about to show y'all a commercial, a Super Bowl commercial. Well, okay, let me find this Super Bowl commercial. Hold on, let me share this with y'all. I think this Super Bowl commercial is underrated in my opinion. This is with Cedric the Entertainer. All right, I'm about to show it to y'all right now. Here we go.
Just not good with the ladies, like you said.
All right. Try this on her. Hi, I'm Paul. You have beautiful eyes.
Hi, I'm Paul, and you have beautiful eyes.
I'd love to take you out sometime.
Love to take you out sometime.
So how much?
So how much?
The great taste that won't fade up until let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
I definitely thought that Super Bowl commercial was underrated. And also another favorite commercial from Budweiser. Well, I'm about to pull it up right now. This was my favorite commercial when I was a kid. Oh man. Man, that commercial, man, I used to love that commercial back in the day. Said Rick, you said look up the Budweiser 9/11 tribute ad. Okay, now I remember what you're talking about, Rick. It was to celebrate the 10th anniversary of 9/11. I remember that ad. Definitely remember that ad. But man, there's been a lot of great Super Bowl commercials. Definitely can't wait to see what commercials unfold next week. Rick, I won't be it. Well, Rick, I won't be able to do the the Budweiser 9/11 trip you had because I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. But definitely enjoy the Super Bowl commercial. Well, definitely can't wait to see what Super Bowl commercials unfold next week. And I had to show the Budweiser commercial with the frogs because man, me and my brother used to do that all the time. We used to love that commercial. No, we never drunk the beer as kids. Well, at least not him anyway. I'm not really no beer drinker. But man, those frogs used to just crack us up. Rick, you said there's two versions. The original, it was snowing. The 10-year anniversary ad, it wasn't snowing. It's aired twice, 2011 and 2001, 2011. Well, I definitely think they're gonna air it again this year since it'll be the 20th anniversary of 9/11. All right, I gotta get off of here, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me here tonight for this Super Bowl breakdown. Can't wait to do this next Sunday to see who will walk away with that Lombardi trophy. Also, I'm going to be doing some NBA live streams this week. Tuesday night, I'm going to be doing the live stream for the Clippers and Nets game. Then at 10 o'clock, I'm going to be doing the live stream for the Warriors and Celtics. Y'all stay tuned for those. That's going to be on haps.tv. And next week at 5 o'clock, the moment y'all all been waiting for, Super Bowl 55 will be here. I'll be doing the live stream for that. Y'all get to connect with me face to face. And definitely can't wait to connect with all y'all. It's going to be fun. And I can't wait. Oh yeah, the What's Up commercials. Matter of fact, they just did one last year when COVID hit. They just put out a brand new one last year. Plus, it was the 20th anniversary of that commercial. They did a quarantine version. It's pretty funny if you haven't seen it yet, Rick. You gotta check it out if you haven't seen it. Rick said, y'all take care and stay safe. You too. Thank y'all, man. Once again, thank y'all very much. Whether you tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter, I greatly appreciate all y'all taking your time out your Sunday night to hang with me right quick. You know, I thank God for all of y'all wanting to just tune in to hang out, listen to me talk sports, watch me eat as always. And I enjoy chatting with y'all. Just feel blessed and honored that y'all take time out of your day to want to hang with me. I appreciate your love, viewership, and support. Like I said, I'm going to start the membership soon. So once I get everything together with that, it's going to take off. And I'll let all y'all know so you could be, you know, become a member. I'm offering memberships for low as 99 cents a month. You know, you're going to get exclusive content that you're not going to get here on YouTube, and some things and some videos you're going to see, well, you'll get to see before they hit YouTube. So definitely want to check that. Definitely want to check out the memberships. So, you know, let's do this again Tuesday night. Till then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. QC out. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have a good week. I'm out.